Hi, welcome to the Thanksgiving week version of the Gotta Look Up podcast. Thanksgiving has always been one of my most favorite holidays. The short week from school, the great food and my mom's cooking, the lead up to Christmas. Thanksgiving will always hold a special place for me. It is also the last day I got to spend with my dad alive about 5 years ago. I remember the conversation at the dinner table clear as day. It was just me, my mom, and my dad on Thanksgiving. After enjoying my mom's cooking, somehow they got into a discussion about which one of them was going to die first. I know, crazy. When my mom left the table, my dad turned to me and said, "Listen, it's likely going to be me, and I need to know that you guys will take care of everything for her." "Dad," I replied, "don't worry, we've got this." Little did I know he would pass within just over a week of that conversation. But this doesn't make Thanksgiving sad to me. It makes it even more special. Quick look at the History Channel website shows that the holiday of Thanksgiving was established during Abraham Lincoln's administration while the Civil War raged in 1863. The first Thanksgiving meal was a celebratory autumn harvest feast between the Pilgrims and the Wampanoag tribe in 1621. And it's from there that the ritual started. I believe rituals are important to the culture, whether it be to a country or to a family. For us, part of our ritual on Thanksgiving was planning a touch football game every Thanksgiving morning and became a highlight of that holiday. It first started with a bunch of high school friends getting together to play touch football, rain or shine, in a field much like the one I'm looking at right now here at Chumash Park in Agoura Hills. One time it did rain. It rained hard, and it was a memorable mess. As we got older and started our own families, it became more of a family event than a friend event. And as family moved further away, I continued to host the annual game with a combination of family and also folks that lived nearby, and kids and parents that went to the same school as my kids. Here's how you set up a Thanksgiving football game. Buy a football and some orange cones to mark the field. Second, I highly recommend investing in a pair of football shoes as well. 3, order bagels, donuts, and coffee ahead of time. Put them on a folding table on the sidelines for people to have snacks. 4, get a cooler full of ice and fill it with water, juice, cream cheese, and jelly for the bagels. 5, make your own trophy to award to the MVP or most visible player. I'll get into that in a little bit. 6, get packs of football cards and See's candy lollipops or something similar to give to the kids afterwards. Buy extras because the adults will want them to. 7, put out a container as a donation box for charity. Ask people, especially the kids, to bring their loose change to fill up the donation box. Make sure to let them know what good cause you're supporting with the Thanksgiving game. At halftime, you can add a turkey bowling game while everybody's getting refreshments. Get a frozen turkey and some plastic bowling pins, line them up, and let everybody take a turn heaving the turkey at the pins. This feature was added by my good friend Steve Foster one year, and it was a big hit and became part of the tradition. Got to tell you about the Campbell Cup. I mentioned earlier that when you plan a game, you should make a trophy. The original Campbell Cup has been lost to the ages. It consisted of a piece of railroad tie with a small trophy at the top and 2 handles on the side. It was created and built by my dad. It was a humongous, garish mess, but it was something of value because of the memories that it created. The trophy was given to the most outstanding player, but that didn't mean that was based on performance in the game. Outstanding meant that they did something remarkable during the event. One year, my mom won it in a family football game because she lost her balance and ended up recovering a fumble by sitting on it. The rule was that if you won the Campbell Cup, you had 3 obligations. You must display it in a prominent non-garage or basement room in the house until the next event. You were required to add something to the trophy prior to the next event, and you were involved in choosing who it would be awarded to at the next event. The second version of the Campbell Cup was started by my brother Jim. He took a surplus silver vase from his wedding gifts, and this became the start of the new Campbell Cup. Since I won it that year, I added a wooden base and a Campbell soup can to it. As part of the wooden base, I started a name list so that each winner could write his or her name in Sharpie on the trophy and the year they won. It wasn't the same as the Stanley Cup, but it had the same spirit. Unfortunately, The second Campbell Cup is also gone. Maybe someday I'll make a new one for my grandkids. Thanksgiving football is one of my trees of joy. Even though it is now just a memory, I get messages every year from people mentioning how much fun it was and how their kids continue to talk about it. Some have even started their own games. Would be fun to see if they also built their own trophies as well. Get out on the field and look up. Make sure you warm up and stretch really well first. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Thank you for joining us today on the Gotta Look Up podcast. Your support means everything to us. If our message today resonated with you, please share it with family and friends who would also be interested or might benefit from hearing this message. Also, please take a minute to subscribe to this podcast and our YouTube channel. As always, please drop us a line if you have comments to share or would like to suggest a future topic for discussion. If you're interested in collaborating or partnering with Gotta Look Up, please contact us with your name, your organization, and contact information so we can get in touch. Now, get off your screens, get outside, and make someone smile today. Gotta look up.